Hey everyone! So I wanted to make a video on my top favorite fragrances of all time. Some of these are body mist, some of these are just regular perfumes, and most of these are affordable. I will say, yeah, most of these are definitely affordable. There's only a few that are expensive. I'm lucky in the fact that usually my favorite fragrances are affordable. So that I am happy about. So my first favorite is Viva La Juicy, and I'm sorry if you've heard me talk about this before because I've talked about it so much, but that is because it is my favorite and it has been my favorite for over a decade. Like, I fell in love with this scent in 8th grade. My friend in 8th grade wore this and I just loved it, and I remember buying it around that time. Maybe I bought it in 9th grade, 8th or 9th grade. So it was my first real fragrance, and to this day, it is still my favorite. And now I'm 30, so I've loved it for probably, 15 years now, which is crazy. And I love this. I love Viva La Juicy because I feel like it is just beautiful. It's just one of those fragrances where you think, this is so pretty. And I love that it has caramel in it, so it's super sweet and sugary and gourmand, but then it also has fruit notes, like it has berries. And to me, it is just the epitome of girly, feminine, sexy. It is just beautiful. And I know a lot of fragrance snobs don't like it because they think it's generic or basic or whatever. I'm not a fragrance snob. I'll never be a fragrance snob. And yeah, I just love this one. It's just beautiful. Then I have Bubblegum Pop. And I've tried a bunch of bubblegum fragrances. And there's some other ones that I've liked. But my favorite bubblegum fragrance of all time is Bubblegum Pop. And I know this came out in 2022, I believe. So I haven't seen it since then, so I'm not sure if it's discontinued. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it will come back. But this is pure pink bubblegum. I feel like a lot of bubblegum scents can be like a red bubblegum, or it can be minty, or just powder. And this one is not like this. This one is pink bubblegum. This is exactly Hubba Bubba, sweet, sugary. This is one of those scents where you know it's bubblegum. Like, if you knew nothing about fragrances and I sprayed this on paper, you'd be like, is that bubblegum? Are you chewing bubblegum? So it's definitely realistic. My next one is Chill AF. This one is from Addison Rae. I don't really know much about Addison Rae other than I believe she does singing, I think, or TikTok. And she has a bunch of fragrances that I like, and these are affordable. I think these were like $25, maybe 30 max, I'm not sure. And they happen to be my favorite, which is awesome for the price. And just, I love these because to me they're very flirty and youthful, and they're just not, serious stuff like that. Like, it's just fun. It's fun, it's pretty, it's youthful. I feel like they're perfect for year round. And Chill AF to me smells like apple, and it's very fruity, like a fruit bomb. I love apple in fragrances, so I love that this has apple, and it's very shampoo-y, and shampoo-y fragrances are some of my favorite. Sorry I say favorite like a billion times in here, but these are my favorites. Then we have Cotton Candy Clouds, and this actually just came out again during SAS. I bought it in 2022, and I think it is so different from this year's Sass. So I tried it at Sass the other day, and the bottle is beautiful, but the new formula I do not like. The new formula to me smells like almost nothing. Like it smells like water, alcohol. I didn't get much scent to it at all, and so I don't like the new formula. Also, my friend Abby felt the same way about the new formula smelling like alcohol and water. So I don't think it's just me. I highly recommend, if you want to try cotton candy clouds, you go online and buy the 2022 version or 2023. I'm going to insert a picture of what those bottles look like. So that one is pure cotton candy, and it's sugary, sweet, just how you imagine cotton candy at the carnival is. I always say that there's no such thing as a safe blind buy because we're all so different. But I feel like for cotton candy clouds, it really is a safe blind buy because it's just very much a crowd pleaser. Like if you like sweet or sugary scents, then I think this is a safe blind buy. If you don't, then maybe this would not be a safe blind buy. But for those that like sugary, sweet, and gourmand fragrances, I do think it's that. And like I said, I rarely say anything is a safe blind buy because we're all different, and I never want to say it's a safe blind buy and then you buy it and not like it. So it takes a lot for me to say that this is a safe blind buy. Then we have Glitter Hustle, and this one is caramel. This one is very sweet, very pretty, very gourmand. I get vanilla, I get sugar. This one was sadly discontinued. I hate when Victoria's Secret discontinues fragrances. They do it all the time, and it is so annoying when they discontinue something you love. So I wish they didn't discontinue this. It's just caramel goodness, sweet. It smells like it has brown sugar in it too. Really love this one. Really wish it wasn't discontinued, and wish they would bring it back so badly. Then we have Coffee Addict. So this one is more expensive. As I was saying, I have a lot of affordable fragrances in here, but this one is more expensive. I don't think it was too expensive. Like it wasn't like $150 or higher. I think I got this for maybe $100. Don't remember exactly, but this one, it has coffee, caramel, cocoa, and vanilla. So just think about that. Like that is a frappuccino, and that's what this smells like to me. This smells like Starbucks. This smells like a caramel drizzle, chocolate, but mostly caramel for sure, and coffee. And what I like about this is it's mostly coffee, but it's not a black coffee. Like to me, I don't really like the smell of black coffee. I prefer frappuccinos or something more creamy and vanilla. So this one is that. This one is a mix of the coffee and caramel the most. And if you like frappuccinos, you might like this one because it is very much a caramel drizzle frappuccino, or think of like the caramel ribbon frappuccino from Starbucks, just like that. Then we have Pear from H&M, and this is probably my cheapest fragrance ever. I think this was $5.99, and this is from H&M. So H&M has fragrances that are like $5, I think. I've tried a few of the H&M ones so far. This one is my favorite. This one, even though it's pear, it's more of a candied apple to me. Like this smells like an apple Jolly Rancher to me. But obviously I know it's supposed to be pear, so maybe I'm just weird for thinking it smells like an apple candy. but this is very feminine, very girly, and it has really good strength, like especially for the price. Like this is pretty strong, and I'm really impressed with this one. And I remember when I first tried it, I was really impressed too, because I wasn't expecting much for that price. Then we have Sea and Soul from Sol de Janeiro. And sadly, this was another discontinued fragrance, which I hate that they do that. I don't know why Sol de Janeiro always has fragrances that get discontinued. I think maybe it's because they're for summer, or you know, they have different releases like that, but I wish that they would make their fragrances permanent. I've tried getting my nose on all of the limited edition ones, and I think so far I've been able to get my nose on them, but this one is my favorite out of all of them. This has citrus, starfruit, and pink pepper, violet, musk, white driftwood. Now, I don't like pink pepper, and I usually don't like violet either. And to me, it doesn't really smell peppery, which is good since I don't like pink pepper. I feel like you do get a little bit in here, but not really, like not enough where I would think it was pink pepper if I didn't see that note. To me, this is also a candy scent. Like this smells like a blue raspberry Jolly Rancher, and I love that about this. I love candy scents, and yeah, I wish this wasn't discontinued. This is another very pretty, very girly one. So this one is unique too as well. Then we have Afternoon Swim. This is by far the most expensive fragrance, and that is because it is from Louis Vuitton. So I don't even have a full bottle of this. I had a sample of it and I loved it and used it really fast, but I just could not get myself to pay. I'm gonna put the prices up here, so I could be wrong, so I'll make sure to put the prices up here in case I'm wrong, but I believe this was like $300, maybe even more, and Louis Vuitton is always going up in prices, and it's just crazy. Like I just, for me personally, I wouldn't be able to spend more than like $150 on a fragrance, and even that is like too much for me. Like I usually stick in the $80 to $100 fragrances. So unfortunately, I cannot get myself to buy the full bottle. So instead, what I did was I got a dupe of it, and I'm going to include a picture of the dupe. So technically, yeah, I don't have a full bottle of this. I wish I did. If I was rich, I definitely would. But this one is really different, and even the dupe I have, although they're close, they're still not the same, and that's why I'm putting up this one instead of the dupe, just because I like this one better. This one is very unique from other fragrances, and I think that's why it's so interesting to me. I have a review on all these Louis Vuitton fragrances, and I have reviews on all these fragrances I'm mentioning, I'm pretty sure. This is very summery, very much a freshie. You get the mandarin orange, the bergamot, and this is just such a clean fragrance, such a fresh fragrance. This reminds me of you're on a date at the pool, you're sipping on a delicious, refreshing margarita. And I also feel like I smell lime in this, not just bergamot. It's aquatic, it's romantic. The lasting power actually isn't great, which is crazy, because if you're going to charge this much, you need to have good lasting power. So I felt this one at that. But as far as the scent, just perfect summery poolside date. And I think it's aquatic and freshy at the same time. Then we have West Indies Vanille, or And this one is one of my favorite vanillas. I'm always on the hunt for a vanilla fragrance because I love vanillas. I feel like I want to try every vanilla ever. And out of all the vanillas I've tried, and I have a few in my collection, this one takes the cake. This one is soft, sweet, sugary, but it's not like so sugary that you feel sick. It has a hint of cotton candy to me, although that's not in this. I feel like I get cotton candy. And this one is a very creamy vanilla and very realistic. So I love that about this vanilla. This was probably my most expensive fragrances I've ever bought because this fragrance was from Europe, so I wasn't able to find it in the US, so I had to pay quite a bit for shipping, and then also it's in euros. So after translating to US dollars and shipping and everything, it was like $145, and that is just a lot for me. So it was really hard for me to spend that kind of money, but I had samples of it and I love the samples, and I'm just like, screw it, I'm finally gonna get a full bottle of this because I really like it. Then we have Passionate AF, which is another fragrance from Addison Rae. Super affordable, like I was saying. These are around, I think, $25 to $30. This has apricot, this has lychee. I'm gonna list all the notes, but to me it is very, very fruity and very fresh, shampooey, and I love that it smells like fresh apricots that you get at the store, and I just love this one. I love that this is very feminine too, and very youthful, very young. So love this one. Then we have Confident AF, another Addison Rae fragrance. I promise you I'm not sponsored by Addison Rae. Never got PR, nothing like that. These are all ones I paid for. I just really love her style of fragrances. I bet she smells amazing in person because I just love all of her scents. This has blackcurrant, peony, watermelon, strawberry. So you already know a fruit bomb. I feel like I get the blackcurrant and watermelon the most. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear some of your favorites, and if you have any of these, definitely let me know. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.